What's good, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, Mr. Smithers, back at it again for another vlog, inspirational, whatever you want to call it, heartfelt, kind-hearted learning vlog, longevity, building together, learning together, entrepreneurship, learning about the big bank business, the banking system, and how to make easy $1 billion. Yeah, it's that hard shit working. You know, I'm about to go to work in a minute, but without further ado, this vlog 11. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and I'm out. Step 1. Form a bank. Form a bank. Like it's that easy. Just to form a bank. Let's see though. Smith Savings and Loans. Smith Savings and Loans. RTS Banking. RTS Banking. I know I could have said more ways on forming a bank, man, probably more ideas, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot of legislation on ways to forming a bank and just coming up with a bank. I wonder if I have to start off like Jordan Bedford, whatever, Jordan Bedford? Wolf on Wall Street. My mother, my father, my sister, my brother. Then I get a bunch of my friends and probably my cousins. And my friend right here. It's good, my guy. Raise $1 billion of equity. Now I know some of you out there probably like, what is equity? What is equity? I heard it before, but I never really took the time and do my due diligence. The quality of being fair and impartial. And it's crazy because I always knew what equity was when Bill Gates sold half of his shares of his own company. He sold it. I don't know who he sold it to, but he sold half of his shares of his own company, and I think he owns those shares, and he still owns Microsoft. Right. The value of shares owned or shares owned by your company, by the company that you want to create or invest in. But it says, well, basically, we would have to borrow, a trustworthy person would have to borrow $9 billion from the Fed. And with that $9 billion at an annual cost, we got to buy it at an annual cost of 0.25%. Do the math on that. And then get tricky. Because in this step 5, you got the money we just borrowed from the Fed, we got to go back. I'm not sure how, because it's regular steps, but it say you borrow the same 9 that we just got, we got to go back and pay for the 30-year treasurers at a cost of 4.5%. Now this is all stock and supply and demand, stock and bond, investing. You know what I'm saying? Taking loans out that we definitely gonna have to pay back. And that made me think even more, like, what type of, I don't know if I could just get a regular person to go get the treasurers, or like, what if I probably would be wanting to do that on my own, you know what I'm saying? Because the bank is gonna be in my name, you know what I'm saying? Whoever helping me, I want y'all to help me. We help one, each one teach one, help me help you. But at the end of the day, we are going to get $9 billion ladies and gentlemen. Like this is no, I never heard of a loan like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And only a trustworthy person can get this loan. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we can't play no games with the Fed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially if they expunging $30 million a day from the Federal Reserve, like the Federal Reserve Bank. We gotta get with it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get with it, unite, and learn this stuff, because after all of that delegating, here's where it goes to the next level. Well, at this moment in time, our bank should be basically it's turning off, yeah. Our bank should be basically earning at least 4% on the 10 million that we went and borrowed of capital. You know what I mean? 10 million of capital that we went and borrowed from the Fed. Now, or should I say, we just made $400 million. Now, at this moment, I'm pretty sure it'd be some risk. You know what I'm saying? Some red. Oh, what's that? Some red tape. I think I left Vaseline on them. Yeah, some grief, whatever. But yeah, some red tape, risks that you might have to take, you know, because it'd be certain rates and certain fixes that the bank or some banks secretly try to recapitalize during like certain economic shifts, or whether or not the stock market goes down or crashes, however it goes. If the bank raised the rates to a drastic level, high rates, and then it wouldn't be my problem. I might lose money, I might not lose money, and it might take longer for me to reach $1 billion, but it won't be my problem because it's only a loan. Like my team and the trustworthy people bought the treasurers. I'm about to tear the kitchen up. You know what's in here, man. But yeah, though, that's another thing. That's another thing. Like, see what's in this kitchen, boy. This shit different. See what's in this kitchen, boy. About to tear it up. Got the wines and all that. But yeah, though, man, that's another thing about banks and why I really wanted to learn about the banking system, because at the end of the day, banks don't lose money. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got all these banks, all these United banks, and all the Federal Reserve. You know what I'm saying? These banks dispose of money, and they get recapitalized on money that's being loaned out or being invested. That's why I need to make a bank. Not just for money and living life, for resources, wealth, and health. Once I make that 400 million for that first year, you know what time it is. I gotta pay my employees, pay my people. You know what I'm saying? 400 million. It's at 50% of revenue to myself. But I can't be greedy. We just made 400 million in a year. Smith Savings and Loans. Gotta get it where we fit in. You know what I'm saying? We gotta unite. We gotta do the research and be able to incorporate these things and put these things to action, because it's time. People, I want to learn about gentrification. You need resources and backing to dabble in certain things, to even start off a conversation sometimes. With that being said, after we deal with the rates and the 400 million and paying my employees and paying myself, it's bonus time. Now, once that's done, you'll be able to. Now, once the bonuses and stuff is done, we'll be earning. See, this door locked. We'll be earning 200 million per year off that 400 million. So now I think that's 10% equity to debt, and during the 200 million during that year, I'll be able to pay all the expenses and the fixed rates throughout that 200 million year, because every year we're gonna be getting 200 million. All right, once we get that, our capital ratio is every year, and it's gonna be getting stronger every year. And after that, we wouldn't have to worry about any other situations. Just paying the Fed. That's all we would have to worry about, paying the Fed. And during those stages, my account sheets, my balance sheets, anything that I have to account for, any capital that I have to account for written down, that's I will have that already clean and situated within the bank's treasurers, and all my treasurers is all risk-free treasurers, so I wouldn't have to worry about nothing, or my team wouldn't have to worry about nothing during that year of the 200 million. Now, right here, it get even harder, because now we playing the persuasion game. I gotta be a nice persuader for these investors and these companies, because at a point in time I might want to sell my company, or sell some of the shares of my company, whether it's half. Let's just say we start off at 25%. I think it would be 25% of my 400 million that I'll be getting off of the 4.45% breakdown, or however it go. But all in all, they'll have to pay me 20 times my annual income, which is the 200 million, for me to double up and be able to still return money to the Fed. Simple. Just getting up, YouTubers. For more information on this vlog, businessinsider.com. I repeat, businessinsider.com. It's your boy, Mr. Smithers. Like, share, subscribe, comment, criticize. I'm with it all. You already.